Hello, everybody. So, I got a question today about entering in a matrix answer on MyMathLab, and I wanted to address that issue, but I thought also it couldn't hurt to show you another example about multiplying matrices. Okay, so here I have a problem pulled up on MyMathLab. I'm given matrix A and B, and if I do the first part, it says multiply matrix A times B. Okay. So I will do that. But let's, I'll talk a little bit about the broader issue. I am going to write everything out, or actually, I've already written everything out because I think the video will be a little smoother that way. But I'm going to work this out like I have paper and pencil. I'm going to work it by hand. But that's not the only way to do it. You can, here's a matrix calculator that I found online. It's not hard to find that kind of thing. And this would take all the work out of it. You just have to enter in the matrices here. You can multiply, add, whatever. Okay, so you could use a calculator and make it very easy. But it's part of our class, at least as it is right now this semester, that we learn the procedure. Okay, so yes, calculators are fine and we're lucky to have them, but at least if you're in school and you're learning things that are academic, you need to learn how they work. Okay, all right, that's the way our class is. But if I try to learn the procedure for how to multiply matrices, I might find something like this, and it's the procedure is always explained in a very tedious way. Most people are not going to look at this and be able to figure out from it how you're supposed to multiply two matrices together. And this particular thing I have here may not be the simplest guide to how to do it, but if you spell out the procedure for how to multiply matrices, it's going to be something like this. Okay, so I thought I would try to show you something a little bit different. That's consistent with how I normally show people how to multiply matrices. So here's what I've done. Here's our problem that I'm going to do, and I've written it here. I'm going to multiply this matrix A times this matrix B. Okay, now before I do that, there's a quick rule. As far as whether, well, it's not always possible to multiply two matrices together. They have to fit together the right way. Okay, here's how you know. So I have matrix A is a 2-row, 2-column matrix. Okay, so it's 2 by 2, and I have matrix B is also 2-row, 2-column. Now, if these middle numbers match, then yes, you can multiply the matrices together, and the resulting matrix will be 2-row by 2-column. Okay, so it'll be a 2 by 2 matrix. It'll be the same size as these, but in general, that's how it works when you're multiplying matrices together. So I thought I could spell out the procedure with using different colors. Okay, so maybe like I remember when I learned this, then I saw the pattern. I didn't really, maybe somebody showed me something like this, but after I did it, I just saw a pattern and I never thought of it this way again. Okay, so maybe that will be you. So here's how we do it. My answer is going to be a 2-row, 2-column matrix. Okay, and the way I get the first entry in the first row, first column, is I take these numbers circled in green, the first row of this one, times these numbers here, the first column in the second matrix, also circled in green, and I combine them in this particular way. I do 7 times 1 plus negative 9 times 6. So you see there's a pattern to that. All right, and if I do that, I get negative 47. So there's your first entry in row 1, column 1. Moving on to the next one. This next entry, row 1, column 2. I've got that done in blue here. You take these times these. Okay, it's always the rows of the first one combined with the columns of the second one. All right, but anyway, so we take these and these in the same way as up here. I do 7 times negative 2 plus negative 9 times negative 7. See that right there? That's 49. That's this entry. And hopefully you're getting a grasp of the pattern. All right, now time for that one, which I have here in pink, and I take these times these, combine in the same way as here and here. So I'll do -2 times 1, -9 times 6, add together, -56, that's this one. And then last I take this times this, circled in orange, combined in the same way as all of these, all right? I take -2 times -2 plus -9 times -7, that's 67, that's this one. Then I'm done, okay. So I think that's like if you have to learn how to multiply matrices by hand, like without a calculator, that this is a pretty easy way to make the pattern stand out. I hope you think so too. Now, let's talk about entering this in, okay? So entering the answer in is a separate issue, and like I said, I got a question today about somebody who's having trouble doing that. So here goes. Like I'm on my math lab at this point, and I want to put my answer in. My answer is right here, okay? So, I've got my template down here of all the kinds of stuff I can put in. And I need to find a way to put a matrix in. So it looks like it's going to be this one. Okay, matrix. All right. And what was I going to put in? I was going to put in a 2-row, 2-column matrix. That's the default, but I could change that, to whatever I needed. Okay. Now for me, 2 rows, 2 columns, like so. And I hit OK. And now I have a template for putting it in. I forgot what it was. -47, 49. -47 here, 49 here. What were those other two? -56 and 67. And all right, that's all of them, right? And check it, and it's correct, and that's what I wanted. All right. So I hope you see then that if we need to multiply matrices by hand, which is a part of our class, it's part of the curriculum, that it's a fairly simple pattern once you see it. Okay, you might have to see a few examples and try it out before the pattern becomes second nature, but here it is. And then, like, if we were taking a test on campus, we'd write it on paper, turn it in. But as it is that we use my math lab, we got to learn how to use the actual template and the answer formats that come with that. Anyway, hope that answers all of your questions, and I can always make more videos if needed, so ask for help anytime.